Good afternoon. Welcome inside the Powell Athletic Center. The Lady Tigers of Campbellsville on the road at Pike. No, Benji Kelly, Matt Payton here. Benji, this was supposed to be a game played in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. Unfortunately for the University of Pikeville and the Bears, they had some issues with their gymnasium. And, of course, Ginger Highcoffin and Campbellsville University willing participants here, and they agreed to host this matchup. So free basketball, so to speak, in the Powell Center, literally and figuratively today. This was a game that was supposed to be elsewhere, and yet here we are.
Here we are, and you and I got the text a couple days ago, and within about, 2 hours, we had, I guess, pulled it off to where we were to switch this. So next year we'll go down there. So a little nice little basketball game here this afternoon that obviously I would have missed, and I think you were going to run into some issues as well. But here we are on the last Saturday in 2023, getting to watch a really good basketball game against Campbellsville and U-Pike, a team that we're very, very familiar with over the last multiple years.
U-Pike moving to the Appalachian Athletic Conference, and Benji, try this on for size. Campbellsville University, 12 games into their season, they've yet to play a conference game. For Pikeville, they are. This will be their 16th game of the year. Check that, their 15th game of the year. They have already played 9.
That's crazy. Appalachian
Athletic Conference contests. I mean, you talk about two different sides of the coin.
Yeah.
They immediately jumped into conference play, did Pikeville, and when you've got a league as large as, I think they said today they've still got 14, 15 left, talking to Coach Clifton Williams and Alexis Reed, the assistant. They still had several. I'd have to go back and do the math, but my goodness, I mean, they were in it early, and they're pretty much in it for keeps from here on out.
Yeah, typically you don't see conference games until after the Christmas break, and now obviously the last few years in the Mid-South Conference with us having 10 teams, we actually had a few before Christmas, but ultimately this year we're not. We don't have actually 2 more games before we have our first conference game when the Tigers and Lady Tigers go down to Cumberland's, down to Williamsburg, and then Cumberland U. So, once again, it's another type of game for both of these programs. We're very familiar with each other, Coach Colvin and Coach Clifton Williams. Good friends, and I really, really like Coach Clifton Williams and how he runs his program. And it's a team that actually, has given Campbellsville some problems in years past. So we definitely got our work cut out for us here this afternoon.
Benji, I'm going back now and looking at this U-Pike schedule. They had an exhibition with Marshall on the 29th of October, and then a closed scrimmage with the University of Charleston. Their first actual basketball game was a conference game against Union.
That's crazy.
You talk about Coach Clifton Williams and I visit the same barber, and you talk about if you had hair, it would make you pull your hair out.
Yeah, your first game of the year is a conference game. That shouldn't happen.
I'm looking here. They played Langston and West Virginia Tech in the show, the classic there, and then Lindsey Wilson College middle of the month, and Rio. Those are their Oakland City as well. So those are their non-conference games, but they had played a handful of games before they ever got
a non-conference
to Langston. And at Thanksgiving, they played 4 or 5 straight games conference play to open the season.
Well, you think about the mindset that takes. Usually your first game of the year, Matt, you're still trying to figure things out, but for you to throw a conference game right in there in your first 5 games, you're talking about getting ready. Woo.
And you and I are NFL guys.
Oh, yeah.
Baseball's my first love, but we're both NFL guys, and we talk about it quite a bit. It's the same thing. It drives me crazy on the NFL schedule. Some teams open with the division game.
And some don't.
And some don't.
Yeah.
The Raiders this year, I know.
We did. The Bills did.
The Bills.
Yeah.
Why do some open with divisional games? If you're going to do that, everybody needs to,
should.
Or nobody should.
I agree.
It's because they mean just a little more. Anyway, for you Pikeville fans, we certainly miss you being in the Mid-South Conference. I do not miss that trip to Pikeville, Kentucky. Once you get there, Benji, it's great.
Beautiful.
But the getting there part, and you'd mentioned
it's better than it was.
Yeah, they've done a lot of road work.
Well, they have. Back when I played, you didn't have the Mountain Parkway. You had to go the old way toward London and through Hazard and all that. But like you said, it's a beautiful part of the country, of the state, of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and you and I were had a chance to go down there a few times and do the conference tournament, and I always enjoyed being down there. It's just it's a beautiful place. But you're right, it's a hard drive for us here in Campbellsville.
Campbellsville University and the Lady Tigers, fresh off the trip down south, they took to the road and the airplanes and maybe even boats in there at some point. I think kayaks for sure, while they were down in the Miami and Puerto Rico area. They come away with 3 wins, Benji, and if you're thinking, well, wait a minute, they played 4 games. They did play 4 games. Unfortunately, what would have been win over Inter-American University did not count, and that was a non-countable contest for Coach Ginger High Colvin and the Lady Tigers. So they are actually, at this moment, 1 game short from a full 28-game schedule. Interesting to see how that may play out down the line. And with Campbellsville, you're the 3rd-ranked team in the country. Probably won't matter. But you look at some of these kids maybe trying to get to the 1,000-point club or something like that. You never know how that may turn out, and you hate that. It was a nice performance by the Lady Tigers, but they do get wins over Florida Memorial, Ave Maria, and then Puerto Rico Mike Wez after Puerto Rico Bayamon had backed out of that scheduled game there while they were in Puerto Rico. But a nice trip for the Lady Tigers nonetheless. And then they get kind of a gift here where this Pikeville game, and I think that may have been going through Coach Ginger High Colvin's mind, Benji, and I'm using air quotes, you lose a game. They didn't lose, but you lost a contest based on it not being played off of your schedule. The last thing you can do is risk having this game with Pikeville, who had gymnasium issues. You can't not play this game, so you kind of had to move heaven and earth to make sure. Otherwise, you're down to 26 games, and that's definitely not where you want to be.
And it's not where you want to be, and that would definitely have affected ratings, rankings for possible player of the year candidates, and the statistics. You go out to lose 2 games, and it adds a different layer to it. So it's one of the things I think you sense the urgency when Coach Colvin sent that text. Hey, there's something wrong with Pikeville's gym. Can we have it here? And like I said, within two and a half hours at max, we had it covered. I mean, there was even you've got people here from Campbellsville High School that normally do statistics and game ops there. We've been able to pull them, off over there to come and cover here. You think about your team and about turning the broadcast. You've got 5 of your team that are actually not here, so it's kind of a slower, or not a slower, but a different type of broadcast.
You can call it whatever you want.
Slow is not it.
We got that text from Coach and asked if this was a possibility, and the last thing that we wanted to do is anybody. I don't want to say no. And,
right.
My entire production team was out travel over the holiday. The university is basically shut down from. What was it, the 22nd?
22nd of December till
basically
the 3rd.
Yeah. And so that's the time of year where everybody gets out of town and ducks for cover and whatever. Well, I've got one in Miami. I've got one in Virginia. I've got one with a wedding this weekend that he had to be at. One with a Christmas, another one out of town in Nashville. So they're all gone. And this is a very, very modest production. Jeannie Clark, longtime broadcast director and WLCU general manager, pitching in and helping us out as she's transitioned to full-time faculty, but she still knows a thing or two. And we brought in one of the audio-visual guys to run camera today, and that's actually why, if you're watching, we pulled this from the paywall. The paywall was a means to an end to continue our great coverage and get students experience. Well, today we don't really have any students.
Right.
All of those that are producing this broadcast are full-time employees of Campbellsville University, so we pulled this from the paywall. It's a simple setup and about as simple as we can go, but some of the others, certainly through phone calls and FaceTime, help make this happen, and that's what you do, and I think that's maybe the beauty of small college athletics in and of itself.
Yeah, it is, and once again, I think it's a testament to what we do here at Campbellsville. I mean, anything that we produce, we put out, we try to do with the utmost professionalism, with top-notch facilities. Something that we've been heavily invested in on the last several years is obviously the communications department, your department. Brand new building, added majors, added faculty, and as a result of that, people stepped up. And kudos to you and your team for pulling this off. I know we got the sports information crew. They're here, and they're going to be able to cover it. And so at the end of the day, we're going to produce a broadcast. We're going to watch a good basketball, and we're going to be a little selfish, and we hope Campbellsville wins. But here at the end of the day, it's going to be all about these ladies coming out here on the court and getting a chance to play, which could have been an easy cancellation.
You're following along on YouTube today through the Claw United. Not so much Claw United today, no paywall, but you'll see this slate as we back away and take a timeout here. Nick Vandermeer producing our broadcast back in the studio. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back and continue our pregame coverage here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
So,
yeah. Back inside the Powell Athletic Center, Matt Payton, Benji Kelly here is Campbellsville University off to our left, getting some final warm-up shots in here. And the Bears have basically cleared the floor. They've got a few stragglers from Pikeville getting some shots in. We were talking about, as we came back there from the break, we were talking about Caitlin Wilkes and her ascent up the scoring list and trying to get into that 1,000-point club. Wilkes is about 40 or so away from the 1,000-point mark, and of all my preparation, that was one thing I didn't go back and check on. She would have been about 17 or 18 away had that game with Inter-American counted.
Well, she was 9:03 before the trip.
Yeah, it should pull right here. I'll tell you in about 20 seconds, if that. We'll go to career mode here, and she's at 9:63, so 37. Yep. 37. And now that I see that number, that sounds correct. So about 37 away, and I would really like to see her get it today in the PAL.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be great for Tiger fans. Not so much for Pike potentially, but Wilkes should get there in short order. I won't be on the trip to Faulkner, so selfishly, I don't want her to get it at Faulkner. But anyway, that's we'll take them when we can get them.
When we get them, that's it.
As they will travel to Montgomery, Alabama, to take on the Eagles next Saturday. Campbellsville University and Pike renewing an old rivalry. Benji, this here today between the two clubs, their 90th meeting all time. Campbellsville has won 80 of the 89 meetings. They have dominated this series. Ginger High Colvin is 30-2 against Pikeville. She lost to Clifton Williams a few years back here in the PAL. She is 13-1 against Coach Williams, and they have really had the Bears' number in her tenure, as she is 30-2 again against the University of Pikeville Bears. We are going to step away here, a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back and bring you the starting lineups as we have our opening prayer and national anthem. A 2-minute break, and right back here as you're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Welcome back inside the Powell Center. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly with you as we get set for the starting lineups for Pike and the Bears. They send out today Rachel Bush, 6 foot, a freshman forward from Greenup, Kentucky. Allie Stone, 5'6", a sophomore guard from Olive Hill, Kentucky. Bailey Frazier, 5'9", a senior guard from Wise, Virginia. Morgan Stamper, 5'9", a senior forward from Independence, Kentucky. And India Blythe, 5'6", the sophomore guard from Melbourne, Australia. Coach Clifton Williams in its 8th season for the Bears. For Ginger High Colvin and the Lady Tigers in her 17th season, assisted by the former Lady Tiger Miranda Denny and Brett Sow, 11-1 on the year. They run out the usual suspects, or at least the new look usual suspects, for one more game. Lauren Lee, 5'7", a junior guard from Liberty, Kentucky. Maddie Boyle, 5'6", the senior guard from Milledgeville, Kentucky. Courtney Pritchett, 5'8", a graduate forward from Birdstown, Tennessee. Kit Kat, Caitlin Wilkes, 6'2", the graduate forward from Stanford, Kentucky. And Whitney Hay, once again in the starting lineup, 6 foot, the redshirt sophomore forward from Eastview, Kentucky. The Lady Tigers expect Bailey Pettigo back on Saturday in Montgomery, Alabama against Faulkner. B was going through shoot around and did all the warm-ups and that type of thing for Campbellsville, and she is eager to get back at it. She's in uniform. You can see her.
She is so eager.
She's chomping at the bit.
I asked her, I said, what's the word? She said, I got to wait another week.
Yeah, she's ready to go today. But, again, you can't win a national championship here this afternoon, but you could potentially lose one if you have a significant injury. And Whitney Hay will jump it up with Bailey Frazier here. Frazier, the longtime sharpshooter, I believe I saw recently where she became a member of the 1,000-point club for the Bears.
Right.
As Pikeville will win the toss, and they are in the front court for the first time. If you're following along on radio on 88.7 or through the TuneIn app, left to right for the Bears, right to left for the Lady Tigers. Down to 12 seconds to shoot. Frazier going to drive in. She's cut off right there at the edge of the paint. Now Stone wants to work. Back out. Shot on the way from Frazier. Short. Long board chased down by Pritchett. And Campbellsville back the other way to the left end of the court. Lee leaves it for the trailer. Pritchett run off the spot. Now she'll take the elbow J. That is off the mark, and the rebound snatched by Bush. And Rachel Bush will find Stone. Campbellsville in the home whites today. Campbellsville across the chest in maroon. Maroon numerals, little gray trim. Maroon piping, LTB on the shorts. Ball nearly taken away, and is. Hay got in between the ball, and Bush took it away. Boyle to the other end, off the window. That's good for Maddie Boyle. Whitney Hay with the takeaway and sends it ahead to Boyle for 2 points.
Yeah, good job by Whitney there to throw it up ahead to Boyle, and Boyle just had that extra step on the Pikeville defender there for an easy layup.
Long over to Stone. Stone will gather, drive in, chased, and leaves it for Stamper. Out. Stone on the left side, 3 on the way. That is around and out. No good. Pritchett with another rebound for the Lady Tigers. Here comes Campbellsville once again. Lee wants to run. Lee, right side of the lane. Cut off. Needs help. Right side, Boyle holds. Out beyond the arc. Wanted Wilkes. Couldn't get it to her. She'll skip it left side to Pritchett. Now Hay wants the dump down. That's not there. Finally, they get it to Wilkes. She'll go to work.
Nice.
Across the lane, she has Hay, who goes up. She gets the hoop and Kent with a helper.
Yeah, once again, Caitlin Wilkes recognizing the double teams coming. Whitney Hay was in the right spot. Nice little pass, easy 2-point basket.
Stone the basketball, out top Frazier. The Tigers in action as we speak. We'll keep you up to date on Coach Brent Vernon and his team as they are in Illinois. Here's a 3 by Blythe. That is good for India Blythe. Campbellsville's 4-0 lead cut to 1.
Yeah, that's a point of emphasis. Talking to Coach Colvin earlier today, she said you've got to keep them off the 3 line. They shoot it really well, and obviously right there with Blythe knocking one down.
Whitney Hay on the right wing, out top Lauren Lee. Inside quickly, they have Pritchett. Now Hay again. Nice ball movement by the Lady Tigers. Good defense by U-Pike, and Stamper knocks one to the ground. We're going to go to the arrow as Stamper and Whitney Hay knotted up there.
8 seconds left on the shot clock here, Matt. Campbellsville with a quick hitter here out of bounds. We've seen that several times this year. A nice set out of bounds play. Look for that to be the case here.
Lee looking. Still looking, finds a cutting Hay, and that ball was blocked, and the shot at the bottom of the backboard comes off, and now to the other end comes U-Pike. Blythe, did that get knocked away?
No.
I don't know that Lee touched that. The officials say on the far side, that gentleman says that Lauren got a hand on it. 4-3, Campbellsville by a single point here. Creeping closer to the 7-minute mark. Hay nearly knocked one away from Bush. Frazier on around left side. Stone run off the spot, and she actually runs into Caitlin Wilkes. This will be a foul on Wilkes.
Like the double team there. I think Caitlin was probably just a half second late. He had her trapped right there. They put that foot on that out of bounds line to use that extra defender.
Holding the basketball here is Blythe. Steps through, now running with it, and throwing one into the Lady Tiger bench there.
Good
was
defense.
Bailey Frazier. A little high over her intended target's head.
There was no doubt on that one being out of bounds on Pikeville.
That is true. Ball never lies, right?
No.
Campbellsville back the other way. Again, our broadcast today, if you're following along on radio, is free through our YouTube outlet. No paywall there if you want to check out this Lady Tiger contest. Left side, Boyle drives in, jumper on the way, no good. Ball batted, taken in on the rebound by Wilkes. Up off the window, that's good for Caitlin Wilkes, her first points of the day, and she continues to creep closer to 1,000 in her career.
Yeah, good job being in the right spot on the offensive board. Those extra opportunities are always bonus for this Lady Tiger team.
Frazier with the basketball, driving into the middle, spins back, free throw line. Now going to throw up a floater from the Mid-South Conference logo in the paint, no good. Wilkes the board. Boyle hits ahead. That's Pritchett. She stops in the middle. Hay out. Wilkes, 3. Bang! Kit Kat with an Edward Jones 3 for the Lady Tigers. She can do that.
Well, I tell you, she doesn't take many, but when she does, they're pretty usually spot on. So great job of trailing there, and a good job by Whitney to find her.
Nice find by Hay. Again, Wilkes set up Hay earlier in the game. This time, Hay rewarding Wilkes from long range with an Edward Jones payout. Frazier going to drive in, floater with the left hand, no good. Rebound to Hay, and we're going to go back to the double thumbs
they
here.
got a foul. They got a foul.
Foul on Frazier, I believe.
That could have easily been a jump ball there, but I don't know if she kind of came over the top. That was a little straight line there, but
I didn't see much,
yeah.
But look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. Campbellsville back the other way, leading 9-3. Here, Wilkes inside, kick it out. That is Boyle. Throwing away from Addie Boyle. Too strong. Rebound to Stamper. She's one of the best in the business at cleaning the glass.
Yes, she is.
Blythe, left wing to Stone. Now into the corner. Open is Bush for three. That is good for Rachel Bush, the freshman from Greenup County High School, averaging about 12 points a game for Coach Williams and company. Pritchett holds it out on the right wing. Less than 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Wilkes at the free throw line, faced up briefly, now out to Lee. Short corner, Pritchett, entry. Wilkes goes to work, leaves it. Hay driving, shot good. Short pass in the paint from Wilkes to Hay. Hay goes left side for the lay-in.
Yeah, and what you're seeing here is Pikeville's double teaming anytime Wilkes gets it down low, and that just leaves Hay wide open. That's just a credit to Caitlin being able to find her twice with 2 assists there.
Campbellsville going to send changes to the table. They lead 11-6. Lee defends. Now Pritchett will pick up Stone, and that ball knocked away by Boyle. She'll sprint left side of the lane with the left hand. That is good for Maddie Boyle. And again, Campbellsville opened the game with a takeaway in points. Boyle gets more of the takeaway in points.
Well, that's one of that defense is so special. This zone, they call it Twilight. A lot of teams will get in the Twilight zone.
Stone backs away. Lee pressuring. Now Stamper gets the entry. Bush falls out of the lane. She got tripped up there with Wilkes. Here's a jumper for Bush. No good. Wilkes another rebound. Shovels it over to an unsuspecting Hay, who stays with it. Hay behind the back. Trailer is Pritchett. Now Lee. Hay wants Wilkes. They've got her. Goes to work against the freshman, and Kit Kat tallies 2 more. And again, go ahead and give me all 37 of them today.
Well, I tell you, she's only 30 away now, Matt. 7 quick points here by Kit Kat. What about her and Hay, the unselfishness between the two of them?
It's
here?
a really
It's
good
beautiful
1-2 punch.
Yeah.
And we've seen that some with Kayla Luby and Tyra Flowers have had a nice connection as well.
Yes.
And some of those new pieces for Coach Ginger Highcall been certainly paying dividends. And, you know, for U-Pike, it's a club, Benji, as we've some media stoppage, but we'll keep it right here. U-Pike trying to replace quite a bit. It's hard to replace a dominant ball handler like Sierra Feltner and a do-it-all type of player in Mary Englert. And for Campbellsville, you didn't lose anything off of last year's club.
You added to it.
You brought in some pieces like Whitney Hay or Tyra Flowers, and certainly changes things. And Campbellsville's Tigers are in Joliet, Illinois, if I'm not mistaken, against St. Francis.
Yeah, up 12-8 right now.
Trent Vernon's team with a 4-point advantage. Darius Harding back for the Tigers. You know, also as we get set to return, we talked about Englert and Sierra Feltner graduating and well, at least out of eligibility. I assume they graduated, but they also lost their assistant, Shelby Wheeler, longtime assistant for Coach Clifton Williams, and Wheeler took a Division II job at Ursuline College. And, you know, I don't know that a lot of people know this, and I always had great interactions with Wheeler and always enjoyed our conversations. She's fairly soft-spoken and those types of things, but she was named the Mid-South Conference Assistant Coach of the Year last year. Benji, she received the trophy. Here's a 3 by Stone, no good, and ball knocked out of bounds and last touch by Stamper. She received the trophy. I don't know if you even know this. She sent it to Miranda Denny and said, "I believe this belongs to you."
Are you serious?
Yeah. And so Hootie sent it back. Hootie had won it the previous year.
Right.
And Hootie sent it back and said, "No, you deserve this." But, I mean,
wow,
how many people do that?
No,
Here's Bertram, who just checked in. Jumper on the way is good. For Elizabeth Bertram, she picks up where she left off down south.
Didn't she have one heck of a game there against University of Puerto Rico at Mime? And was it Mime or Bayamon? I can't remember which one.
Maguez. She had a great trip, really. She brought a lot of energy. A couple of those games.
Well, she was a spark in that last game when Campbellsville got down 8 or 9 points. She come off the bench and just the whole trajectory of that game changed.
And 3 no good by Stone, batted and taken in by Luby. Campbellsville the other way. Lauren Lee with it. She'll drive right side of the lane around a couple of Bears. Going to get the defender in the air, and she'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Lauren Lee down inside.
Let's go.
We've talked about the body control for the last several years in the valedictorian. She aced that test, and she'll go to the free throw stripe here for an opportunity to add one. The foul against Rachel Bush, her first on the Bears. Campbellsville had sent Tyra Flowers in, the 5'10 sophomore forward from Winchester, Kentucky. Maddie Nally in as well, 6'2", junior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Elizabeth Bertram, who hit that jumper a moment ago, 5'6", junior guard from Glasgow. And Kayla Luby, 6'2", the graduate forward from B, Nebraska. Her family's in attendance.
Are here. Yeah.
They were intended
going
to Pikeville before they went back home to Nebraska, but they'll get a home game instead. Here, Luby nearly a rebound. Instead, Stamper able to take it away. Goes right back up, working against Flowers. That's a tough finish by Stamper.
Yeah, last year Stamper had a little bit of a knee issue. You can tell she's still favoring it, but, man, she is such a player.
I don't know, and I don't mean I'm going to say this, and it's going to come out wrong no matter how I don't know if she's quite as explosive as she was.
Well, I would agree.
She is still extremely effective, though. To be able to get the things done that she does is very impressive. Shot here, no good by Boyle. Rebound, Luby has the putback blocked by Bush, and now Boyle with it once again. Bounces it off inside Luby. That time she won't miss. She gets to the bucket. Maddie Boyle to bounce.
What a pass by Maddie Boyle. I thought she was going to go up for the shot. The defense came to her, and a nice bounce pass to Kayla Luby.
22-8, Campbellsville rolling here. 90 seconds to play in this first quarter.
Good defense.
Up top, Bush. Left side, Frazier. She'll take the three. Little space there. Frazier shot too strong. Flower Skies grabs the rebound. Here comes Campbellsville again. Boyle looking inside, not there. Head down, throws up a little underhanded scoop shot, no good. Luby couldn't quite get that lasso around the rebound. And the first change of the day for Coach Williams here as Bailey Birchfield checks in, 5'6" senior guard from Pikeville, Kentucky. And also in is J.D. Mejia and Rod, 6'1", the sophomore forward from Branquilla. I don't know about that one. Columbia. And I don't mean 20 minutes up the road to Columbia either. I mean Columbia. Stone drives in, bounces one to Stamper. That's a really nice entry. Stamper couldn't finish, but she's fouled. That's going to go against Tyra Flowers. Flowers, Benji, she's one of the young ladies for Campbellsville that transferred in. And I've had to shrink the career highs for Flowers because she has so many different statistical categories that you have to track. She impacts all of them. Here's Luby falls down and shot no good. Boyle comes out of the pack with a basketball. She'll go right at Frazier, who blocks the shot. It hits off the underside of the backboard, and with 50.2 seconds remaining, Campbellsville will inbound underneath. The Tigers will look down. They're up 8 now, Benji, 18-10. Campbellsville's Lady Tigers up by 14. Here, driving Bertram off that inbounds play. Shot was blocked. Burt gets it back. She gets knocked to the ground. I'm fine with steps, but there's some contact that caused Bertram to go down. It's where you get.
Well, Campbellsville off to a good start here, Matt. 10 of 21 from the field, doing a good job on the defensive end, limiting them 3 to 13 for 23%. So, stepped out of bounds.
Oh, Frazier.
Called a walk. Oh, okay.
He looked down at the line, but called a walk.
Yeah.
I don't know if Frazier ever had it anyhow, so we'll contest one on the other end, come back and get one that was equally dicey. Wilkes back in, Lee back in, Hay in, Pritchett in. Okay, so you're going to get the those 4 subs off and the
original starting
lineup
5,
back out there. Julia Parker, 5'9" senior guard from Ashland, Kentucky, back in for Coach Williams. Lee will cross the timeline at 33 seconds here. Campbellsville leads by 14, looking for more. Hay out, Pritchett, entry. Wilkes has it knocked free, and it's going to go off of her leg. Nice defense by Stamper to come across the top and knock that out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Stamper is a very physical player, especially down low. Uses her body really well. Another dribble down toward the baseline, you got a better angle for an entry pass there. But good defense there by Stamper.
Birchfield with the basketball out front, down to 10 seconds. She's a local product from right there in Pikeville. Going to throw up a floater, and that is no good. Mejia Andrade, the rebound, no good there. Wilkes quickly, 2 seconds. Lee chucks it. That's going to be off the mark. And that ball will fall harmlessly out of play as Campbellsville will head to the intermission, or the quarter break, I should say, with a 22-8 advantage. And we'll be back in just a moment as you are following the Lady Tigers, a 30-second timeout, and right back here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Back inside the Powell Center, Matt Payton and the former Tiger, Benji Kelly, here with you as Campbellsville University leads Pikeville 22-8 at the conclusion of the first quarter. And Benji, the Lady Tigers here early, about 45% or so from the floor, and Wilkes, Boyle, and others doing the heavy lifting.
Yes, 6 Lady Tigers already in the scoring column, but with Wilkes right now and Hay down low with 11 of the 22. So half your points coming from your bigs. You got Kayla Luby in there as well, so really 13 of the 22. Typical what we've seen here the last several games is being very intentional, getting the ball down low, and it's quite effective when they do that.
22-8. Campbellsville
Good D.
leads, and they get a takeaway. I believe Lauren Lee got a hand on that. Pritchett grabs it. Here comes Lee. She's got Boyle wide open right corner. Triple on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle and Edward Jones 3. She had a career high down in South Florida. 24 points against Ave Maria. She cans a triple here, and Edward Jones pays out a little more money. And this ball thrown away. Stone was looking for Mejia. Ball gets stolen by Pritchett. Boyle to Lee. Elbow J. Swish for Lauren Lee. And
Just return the favor there.
Yeah.
Return the favor. Good defense again by Pritchett. Once again, Campbellsville very active in that zone. And how many times have we seen steals and easy buckets on the other end from this Lady Tiger team?
Campbellsville on the defensive end here. They'll try to come up with another takeaway. And here Pritchett over the top of Stamper. Going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, just another half-second delay there or being late to the spot. And then you got to credit Pikeville for being aggressive there, trying to get the ball into the middle on the zone where most time when you do that, that's when you can beat a zone is getting the ball right around the free throw line. It just sets up so many different opportunities for teams.
Frazier and Bush back in for U-Pike. Birchfield out front. Right side, Parker into the middle, Bush back out. Birchfield will try a contested 3 that'll climb way up, almost hit the shot clock, fall down into the arms of Caitlin Wilkes. Boyle and Lee want to run. Lee right side at Stone, spins, a little body control in the middle. That time the shot off the mark, however. And back the other way come the Bears wearing the road blacks today. Bears across the chest in orange. Frazier's 3 no good. Boyle a rebound, has it knocked away. She is still battling down on the floor. She and Birchfield. And they'll go arrow there. I think Campbellsville may have wanted a foul, Benji.
So yeah, but Maddie was definitely wanting a foul. But they go the double thumbs and they let them scramble for it down there.
27-8, Campbellsville the advantage here. Left side wide open, Whitney Hay, 3 on the way. That is long. Rebound is taken by U-Pike. Wilkes did a nice job to slow up there. I thought she was going to maybe foul Parker trying to get to that rebound. Birchfield again, right side, into the middle. Frazier out. This is Parker for 3. That shot, no good. And rebound to Hay. Spins away from a defender in the backcourt. Slows down, corner, here's Lee, drives in, kicks out, left wing triple for Pritchett. That ball is good. Bang! Courtney Pritchett, another Edward Jones 3 for Campbellsville, and Coach Clifton Williams looking for some answers here. Benji, this U-Pike team riding a little momentum. They had knocked off Rio Grande here recently and had been playing some really good basketball, but here today, the Lady Tigers have jumped out early and they've not really looked back. U-Pike had lost recently to Oakland City, but before that they were on a long winning streak. And as I mentioned, including a win over Rio Grande, 93-87 on the road. They did fall to Oakland City. But and you wonder too, Benji, and I know we got, what was that, Tuesday, Wednesday, when they started to talk about changing this and bringing this game here. But talking to Coach Williams, you feel for them. They are, fortunately, they're in the Expo during January. But we were talking, and he said, I've got 4 games in February that we got to figure out. He said, I don't know if our facility is going to be, it's up in the air. And that's got to be a little tough. You think you're going to be at home, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe it's not. But as a player, you can speak to that. It's certainly got to throw you for a loop.
Well, it does. It's the unknown of not knowing. Think back when we were down in Ave Maria. And Ave Maria's gym has been.
They just opened that yesterday.
Did you see that? Good for them. It took them 3.5 years, longer than I think they anticipated.
Here, Stone throws up a shot as Lauren Lee spills to the ground. She took the contact, maybe a little shoulder or elbow there. Rebound to CU off the miss. Campbellsville leads by 22. Pritchett wanted Wilkes. It's not there. Lee back to Pritchett. Looking inside, they've got Wilkes. Double team comes. Nice ball movement. Again, nice defense, though, by the Bears as well. Boyle finds herself open. 3, no good, in and out. Rebound to Bush. Quickly now Stone runs ahead. Keeps it away from Hay. Left side. Stepping into a 3 is Parker, and that is, around and out. I thought it was good. Halfway down, circled the drain, popped off. Parker going to get another look. No, she'll drive in after U Pike got the offensive rebound. Second chance points for the Bears in the driving left-handed layup.
Yeah, the first bucket here in this second quarter for U Pike. They went 3 minutes there without one.
20 points the margin. Campbellsville leads it. Boyle open, won't shoot it. Decks it and drives. She's bumped and fouled by Parker, however. That'll be the first on Julia Parker. Stamper will re-enter for Birchfield. Stamper a walking double-double, 11 points and 13 and a half rebounds on the season. Hay gets the pass from Lee, and now Campbellsville will set up a little half-court offense. Right side, Boyle is open. They run through the screen. Bang! Count 3 for Maddie Boyle. The personal against Julia Parker. An expensive trip for her. She'll pick up a pair of fouls.
Very, very expensive trip. Okay.
So Pritchett set the screen. They'll count the 3, and Campbellsville will maintain the possession. So she was fighting through the screen of Pritchett. It's a nice set by the Lady Tigers. Parker will check out after picking up her second foul. So she made the nice driving lay-in on the other side. Benji comes back down, picks up 2 quick personals, and Campbellsville a chance for
what could be a 5 or 6 point trip.
Maybe 7.
You never know.
Boyle left side. Pritchett holds. They want Wilkes not there. Stamper's done a nice job when she's been matched up with Kit Kat. Here, Wilkes, as I say that, gets a shot. No good. Put back good for Caitlin Wilkes as she creeps closer to double figures here, and it is a 5-point Lady Tiger offensive trip. Edward Jones 3 for Boyle. The foul kept it there on that end, and Wilkes cashed in on the second chance. Here's a 3 from Stone. That is good for Allie Stone. She had a terrific freshman year for the Bears.
Yeah, she's their leading scorer, 20 points a game, and if I'm not mistaken, that's her first made bucket here this afternoon.
Hey, little fall away short. Rebound to Bush. 35-13, Campbellsville leads. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. This unexpected home game in the Powell Center for the Lady Tigers as Maddie Boyle kicks one all the way down the floor. Nice crowd on hand to be such a late, I guess at this point in the holiday season.
Everybody's
looking for a little something.
Looking to get out. And once again, just a good basketball here. This U Pike, and as you said, the 90th meeting between these two teams.
Free admission doesn't hurt.
It does not.
Stamper across, and for the second time, U Pike has thrown one into the Lady Tiger bench. And Campbellsville, Benji, about 5.5 minutes or so of the second quarter, Coach Ginger Hyde-Colvin really riding the starting group here today. We've seen the substitutions, what has been a second grouping, and as I say that, here they come.
Right on cue, right?
My bad, starters, my bad. Hey, looking inside, now back out to Boyle. She wants Wilkes inside again, and they'll call this foul, I believe, on the floor. Frazier matched up down in there with Caitlin Wilkes. And I'm looking here, Benji, everybody but Stamper has had some problems with Wilkes down inside. Frazier and Bush have been matched up a few times. Lee will stay on the floor. 4 changes for Campbellsville here. Lee takes the open jumper. They kind of left her some room, and Lauren Lee knocked it down. Bertram, Luby, Nally, and Flowers joining Lee. Campbellsville leads 37-13. Blight the basketball, dribbles far side. Back to Stone on the near wing. Stone looking for somewhere to go with it. She's picked up her dribble. Flashing is Frazier. Out to Blight. Works around Bertram. Back to Stone. Right side. Can't shoot it. 2 defenders close in quickly. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Now down to 5 as Stone holds. Free throw line. Driving Stamper. She's fouled by Flowers. And Morgan Stamper will take a trip to the line here. 1 second on the shot clock. Flowers picks up her second. 4:33 to play in the first half.
Stamper, a 79% free throw shooter on the year.
Oh, she's got the one-handed approach. I don't remember that from the past. Maybe that's been a thing for a long time.
Well, she didn't play last year against us, right?
She did. I know she missed one of the games.
I think she missed here. Can't remember if she played down there.
And that free throw pops off. So Stamper comes up empty there in a pair of tries, 37-13. Somebody in the NBA I saw recently does that. Here, Bertram finds Kayla Luby, turns and throws one up and in off the window. 39-13. Frazier holds. U Pike, longtime members of the Mid-South Conference. Were they in the original group of the Mid-South Conference? So 3 here, no good. So U Pike had spent the better part of 25 years or so.
Yeah, and then back then it was even before the Mid-South. It was the KIAC. They're one of those members. We played them twice every year. That's why you got 90 meetings against these teams.
And that ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with U Pike here. Pass deflected. Stamper grabs it, however. Open is Blythe. Won't shoot it. She'll drive now, and she needs some help as Tyra Flowers rips it away. We'll go to the arrow here, and it will stay with U Pike. But they transition over to the Appalachian Athletic Conference this year. They've got the AAC on the back of the jerseys. Right side, Stone open, less than 4 minutes to play in the half. That shot no good. It'll climb over the backboard out of play, and Campbellsville will get it back here with 3:51 on the clock. The Tigers are trailing St. Francis now, 29-28. So the Saints with a run.
Yeah, I played earlier this year against them at Cumberland's, right?
Well, no, that's the Indiana version.
Oh, that was
the Illinois version.
Well, there you go.
Misses, stays with it. Second chance, no good for Luby. Missed a pair. She told me before the game her nickname's going away. She hopes this is the last one with that mask. Here's the three. That is good for India Blythe. Blythe on the year averaging about 7 points a ball game. Sinks the triple. Lauren Lee sprints ahead, right side. Right at Blythe. Throws one up, and for the second time today, Lauren Lee with an acrobatic finish and going to the to the stripe.
My goodness.
If you're India Blythe, you just tip your hat to Lauren Lee right there.
You're like, okay, what else am I supposed to do here?
Called Luby the masked wonder down in Puerto Rico or Florida.
I told her it's a new NIL. She should.
I think there's a lot of promise.
Well, there is.
But she said she's ditching it after today, or at least
I can't blame her.
That's her plan. The free throw good for Lauren Lee. That's a nice pass by Blythe as Lee falls down, and Stamper collects 2 points for U Pike. 42-18 the score. The Bears have found some buckets here the last couple of trips, it seems. So they're trying to break out of a bit of an offensive rut. Inside an alley. Luby has to really use all of her body, hands, and arms to go up and get that ball. Missed the shot, stayed with it. Now Flowers going to work right at Frazier.
Crossover.
Frazier had the 2 fouls, kind of let Flowers go, but she missed the shot. And Allie picked up the miss, and now a foul will be called on Morgan Stamper.
And that'll put Campbellsville in the bonus the rest of the way here in this first half, Matt. So
Boyle back in here.
Maddie Nolly at the free throw line, 71.5% free throw shooter on the year.
Okay, so I didn't put. Is that
52?
Is that? I think that's Willa. I forget. Is it Davis? She's not played all year, according to the stats. So I left her off. I just thought maybe she's redshirting or something.
Well, she may not have been eligible until after.
Well, she was on the roster last year. She played 13 games last year. I remember going back and looking. She played 13 games last year. So Davis is playing today. 6'3" sophomore center from Cincinnati, Ohio.
They don't have her in the book.
Davis had not played for U Pike. Nothing that I had seen this year had Davis playing.
Do you want me to go listen?
I think we're going to find out. Let's see. We need to get together. So Clifton
So he
said,
realizes
he
she's
said
not in the
she's
book.
not in the book. Like I said, she's not. What my thing would be, what's to discuss if she's not in there? Right? I mean, what would you need? Maybe they're discussing who verified it or something. He said
it could
something?
be. But it's a technical foul. It's administrative, so I think it's one shot.
Yeah. And Coach Williams not arguing at all.
No, he realized.
And you wonder if she's not played all year. And
why you even put her in there, like Bailey.
And if you look at ours, Hootie basically has a printout. She doesn't write them in every time. She has a printout, and she just tapes it on there or whatever, and that's it. So at least I think they still do that.
They didn't call it technical, so I guess Coach just let it go.
We'll have to figure that out because I don't know. I mean, that's not something that you can willy-nilly decide when you wanted to enforce it and when you don't, right? There's got to be a reason. And here we'll go back to the arrow. This will go to Campbellsville off the turnover. So interesting turn of events here in the Powell Center. Well, nice to see Willa Davis playing. I didn't know.
Like she may have been injured or
and they're without Alexis Moore, who had a really nice season opening game, but they're going to be without her for, I think, the rest of the year, perhaps, as they work on getting her back to full strength. And here inside, Luby throws one up through some traffic and contact. And, well, I guess it's a good thing they got Willa Davis in the book. She's going to pick up
a foul there, and Luby a chance to go to the free throw line here. Boy, she had a really good week or 10 days down in Miami and in Puerto Rico as well.
Tied her career best in points down there, 25. Free throw here for Luby is good. So Campbellsville will come back to the defensive end, leading 46-18, just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. Davis left side to Stamper, and on around they go. Davis has it out front now. Sets the screen. Parker bounces in the middle now. Stamper going to drive and kicks. Davis is open for a 15-footer. No good. Maddie Nally grabs the rebound for CU. Here comes Campbellsville. The Lady Tigers run. Campbellsville leading here by 28, I believe. Backing up. Right side. Now Boyle behind the back. 13 to shoot. Ooh, Nally flashed, but I don't know. I think Maddie may have thought that was intended for Luby on pass. I think high.
It was a little high, and with that, I mean, normally Luby would be there, but that time with Maddie flashing, Kayla didn't come across the lane, and just a little miscommunication there.
Blythe with the basketball down in the corner. Out front, Davis, right wing, holding is Parker. One dribble left, three on the way. That's hard. Rebound, grab by Boyle. Bertram brings CU to the front court. Burt not going to slow down all the way. Left-handed shot won't go. Nally the rebound. We'll go back to the arrow once again. I believe this will come back the other way now.
That's our fifth jump ball here already this game.
Thumbs be wore out.
Thumbs be wore out.
Left side with it is Abby Adkins, who checked in a moment ago, nearly sees it fall out of bounds. Adkins, 5'6" junior guard from Sandy Hook, Kentucky. Boyle giving chase to Blythe. Now Parker holds. Davis out front. Right wing Adkins. Campbell does a nice job taking away Stamper. Blythe will try a three. That is good for India Blythe. Did she hit? I think she hit one earlier, didn't she?
Yeah, that's her second one.
Long ahead, looking for Nally. Catches into the middle. Stamper breaks up the pass, but Nally able to run it down. Boyle had already come back to the backcourt to defend. We're less than 30 seconds here, so the Lady Tigers will hold for the final shot of the half. Actually, there's about a 3-second differential, 4 seconds maybe. Bertram out front. Nally. Now Pritchett in the corner. Burt. Contested three. That is short. 3 seconds. Boyle with the put back. In and out. No good. And now the buzzer will bark. So the shot clock expired. Campbellsville grabbed the rebound as Maddie Boyle was unable to hit the second chance bucket as the game clock expired, signaling the end of the first half. Campbellsville will head to the locker room here with a 25-point advantage, 46-21. A 2-minute break. We'll come back and look at the numbers. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 46-21 your score at halftime here in the Powell Athletic Center. Matt Payton and Benji Kelly with you as the Lady Tigers lead Pikeville here at the break. And Campbellsville outdoing the Bears by 14 in the first quarter, 11 more in the second quarter. And that brings us to our 25-point margin here. Campbellsville in the first half, 44.2% shooting. Benji, they were 19 of 43, 4 of 10 from deep, 40%. And 4 of 5 at the free throw line there in the first half. UPike struggling offensively, just 27.6% shooting, 8 of 29, 5 of 17 from deep. So the volume of threes really kind of surprised me looking down that UPike has shot 29% there, but the overall percentage less than that, than what they've done from deep. Again, a few of those threes go in, you're looking at a different ball game.
You really are, and I think you've got to credit Campbellsville to just how well they've played on the defensive end. The threes that they have knocked down have been uncontested. So even though they've shot 17, they've missed 12. A lot of those have been contested threes, and as a result, that's what you want. That was a point of emphasis from Coach Colvin. We've got to be able to defend a three, and right now Blythe is kind of their knockdown shooter. She's 3 of 3 already here in this first half.
Campbellsville was out-rebounded in a big way by Indiana Wesleyan. Since then, they have really done terrific work on the glass. And before I get to the individual scoring, I want to mention Campbellsville has 11 offensive rebounds. UPike has 11 total rebounds as a team. The Lady Tigers with a 27-11 advantage in rebounding through the first 20 minutes. Individually in scoring, Campbellsville led by a couple of their guards there in the backcourt of the starting lineup. Lauren Lee with 10 points, 4 assists. Maddie Boyle, 10 points as well. She has 5 rebounds and a pair of assists for the Lady Tigers in 17 minutes of action. The Lady Tigers got 9 from Caitlin Wilkes. You mentioned she's knocking on the door of a double-double already, Benji. 9.7 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the field with a pair of helpers. She just continues to play terrific basketball.
She does, and one thing she's done today with those couple extra assists, she's realized that there's going to probably be double teams, and I'd say going into conference play, she's going to see that more often, the double teams when the ball is down there in the post. She's been able to hit Whitney Hay a couple times. Actually, both of Whitney's 4 points, both buckets, have come from assist from Caitlin Wilkes.
Campbellsville got 7 from Kayla Luby off the bench, 4 rebounds for Luby, 4 points from Whitney Hay. Benji talked about them coming from helpers by Wilkes, 2 rebounds, 3 assists for Whitney Hay in the first half. 3 points for Courtney Pritchett, 2 boards, a helper, and a steal for Swiss. Campbellsville gets 2 from Elizabeth Bertram, 1 from Maddie Nally. Tyra Flowers, 6 minutes of run. She did not score. She did, however, finish with 3 rebounds there in the first 20 minutes of action. For UPike, led in scoring by India Blythe with 9 points. In fact, she hit 3 threes. I mentioned she hit one earlier. She hit a pair before that last one. 3 3-point makes from India Blythe to lead the Bears. Only one other Bear has multiple field goal makes, and that's Morgan Stamper. 4 points, just 2 rebounds for Stamper in 18 minutes of play. Almost unheard of to be able to keep her off the glass like that. She's averaging about 13.5 rebounds a night. She is one of the best rebounders in our game, the NAI level, so pretty good work by Campbellsville there to make her somewhat ineffective.
Well, they have, and they've also made Stone a little bit ineffective. I know Stone's averaging 20 points a game, and she's only got 1 made field goal, and that was a 3-pointer late there in the second quarter. So good job for this Lady Tiger team of disrupting the pair of Stone and Stamper. Now, once again, you've got 20 more minutes of action. We've both seen how quickly this Pikeville team can recover from that. But all in all, a really great first half for this Lady Tiger team. And one thing that I know you'll get to this here in a minute, but points in the paint, dominating again like we always do. And what about those points off turnovers? Pretty much all Campbellsville there.
Campbellsville sees a couple of other players for UPike score just the one individual baskets along the way there. Stone with a 3-point make. Rachel Bush had a 3-point make. And Julia Parker with a driving layup for UPike to round out the scoring for the Bears. Bailey Frazier scoreless. She averages 12 points a game, unable to connect on her 5 attempts in the first half. They were also able to hold Bailey Birchfield, J.D. Mejia Andrade, and Abby Adkins without points, Willa Davis as well. Benji mentioned there some of the enhanced scoring. We talked about the rebounds, second chance points, fairly negligible despite the fact that Campbellsville has an 8 offensive rebound advantage, 7-4 in favor of the Lady Tigers in the paint, 24-4, off turnovers 16-0. Campbellsville with 8 forced turnovers against U-Pike, and so they cashed in. Yeah. They cashed in to the max pretty much. The Lady Tigers finishing with 14 assists, 5 steals, and just 3 turnovers themselves. 7 assists, no steals, 8 turnovers on U-Pike. Bench points 10-2 in favor of the Lady Tigers. No lead changes, no ties in the ball game. Campbellsville's led for the duration here. Their largest advantage, 28. Here at halftime, it is a 25-point margin. We will step away and take a timeout here. Our extended break here, but 5 minutes, so we'll go radio silence here on our YouTube broadcast. We'll send you to the AutoSmart studio for an extended break on FM. We'll be back here in 5 minutes or so and bring you second half action as the Lady Tigers lead 46-21. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. (46-21) your score at halftime. Matt Payton and the Hall of Famer Benji Kelly here with you. The Lady Tigers back in action next Saturday. They'll hit the road and travel to Montgomery, Alabama. 3 straight on the road. Was supposed to be a long road stretch for the Lady Tigers. This is an unexpected home contest, but it would have been. You go back to the 9th of January, not till the 11th, or excuse me, the 18th. The 9th of December to the 18th of January. So they were going to be 5 weeks or so without a home game. This one gets mixed in, a couple of neutral site games in Puerto Rico, road games in Florida there, and then this one, of course, pops up, and they'll take it. The Lady Tigers, Faulkner awaits next Saturday, and then you get into the conference schedule finally for Campbellsville. We talked about that, totally opposite of what Coach Clifton Williams and his bunch have had to do from a conference standpoint. And before I forget, we do want to take a moment to say a special thank you to those who jumped in late notice and helped us get this broadcast on the air. Nick Vandermeer taking care of our FM production back in the AutoSmart studio. Larry Birdsong
20 minutes away from her, seeing some action.
Hey, looking inside for Wilkes. That ball kicked out of bounds by Rachel Bush. Lee looking. Boyle flashes. And now Pritchett out front. Hay wants the entry, has Wilkes. Wilkes spinning. Goes up off the window. Good for Caitlin Wilkes. 2 more for Kitty Cat. She's in double figures.
Double figures. Now we need her 3 more boards for another double-double. She saw that a couple times on this recent trip.
48-21. Wilkes setting a new career high 12. I think she actually set it twice.
Yeah.
11 and then on up to 12. 48-21. Blythe needs some help. Back to Stamper at the elbow. Now in the middle of the lane, she'll throw up an awkward off-balance shot with the right hand, and she'll be whistled trying to grab.
Good block out there by Courtney Pritchett.
It's going to be 2 on Stamper. She has twice been a Mid-South Conference first-team member. She would have been a 3rd time had they not left. Free throw line, Pritchett out to Hay, back to Wilkes. That shot blocked, and they're actually going to go to the arrow as Frazier came across and timed that perfectly to thwart the attempt by Wilkes. 48-21 the count. Blythe with the basketball. Ball nearly taken away by Hay. Frazier able to keep it, spins back, and now Bush goes right side to Blythe. Blythe with the entry. Stamper goes to work, and we're going to whistle here as Wilkes will be called for her second.
And what you're seeing right there with Stamper is what we saw from her quite often in the last couple of years. She's able to use her body so well. She's so strong, and was able to kind of initiate a little contact there, draw the foul, and go to the free throw line.
That one too strong. That one-handed free throw shot by Stamper. One thing about Coach Clifton Williams and his tenure is he has recruited the Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati, Southern Ohio area really well. I believe Englert down in that from around there as well. Here, Boyle open 3 out of the corner. That one is no good. Rebound. Wilkes had it and lost it as she tried to bring it in. Stone able to pick it up, but you look at some of these pieces that Boyle may have rolled an ankle a bit. She's all right. Frazier going to drive right at Hay. That shot no good. Ball deflected. Hay grabs it. And to the other end, Boyle, right side. She'll go up, take it herself. The Stone kind of sagged over to the left side with Wilkes. Nice job by Boyle to read the defender.
Well, like you said about Coach Clifton Williams, I just tell you, I'm just really impressed with him and how he approaches the game.
Here's a jumper from Frazier, no good. Comes right back to her. And now holding it is Blythe. She'll deck it, drive in. Bush going to take the jumper off the pass from Blythe. That's good for Rachel Bush. And she tallies her second field goal of the game. 50-25. Campbellsville the advantage. Pritchett inside. Lee hesitates. Hay wants Wilkes. Double team there. Wilkes has to give it up. Boyle out front. She'll drive right side. Shovel it over to Hay. Ball fake. Behind the back. Again behind the back. Gets herself freed up.
There we go.
Throws up a floater with the right hand for 2 points. Whitney Hay back into the scoring column. She has a half dozen. 52-25. Inside Stamper. Kicks it out. Frazier bluffs the shot. She'll drive. Wanted Stamper and back out now. Blythe. She's hit 3 already today. That one no good. Rebound to Lauren Lee. Lee sprints ahead. Kicks it out. Boyle with the ball fake. And now Hay with the entry. Going up. Wilkes. Good. Whitney Hay found Wilkes down inside, and Kit Kat with a quick, decisive move for 2 points. 54-25. This is the largest lead of the ball game for Campbellsville here at 29 points. Frazier in a double team. Back to Blythe. Into the middle now, Stamper. Driving in at Pritchett. Nowhere to go really there. And rebound taken in by Pritchett. And Wilkes able to pull it out to safety before finding Lee. Lee right at the defender. Bush had her back turned. Lauren Lee went right at her. Stone was, I think, trying to get around her teammate there, Benji, but Bush was unaware that Lee was attacking.
Well, and that's just great court awareness right there by Lauren Lee to see that had backs turned and she just went all the way for an easy layup.
Frazier, right side to Blythe. Campbellsville leads 56-25. Frazier in the middle is fouled by Wilkes. That's going to be her third. And Frazier, I believe that may be her first points of the day.
It is. 0 of 7 and up until that basket right there. So 1 of 8 from Frazier. Her first attempt here this afternoon at the free throw line.
Free throw no good. 56-27 the score. Campbellsville sends Luby in for Wilkes, who picked up that third foul. Right side, Boyle holds it, feet behind the line, 3 on the way. That one is no good. Rebound taken by Hay. Put back, knocked out of her hands. Oh, come on. Does it have to be more than a deflection to be a jump? I mean, that was just...
Well, that should have been a block shot play on. It's a jump ball when
here Boyle
the ball stays in the hands.
Yeah, there.
That's a quick whistle in my opinion.
Very quick.
Let it play on. You can always come back and get it, but let it play on. Maddie Boyle back to the free throw line here. Matt,
that foul
she's having her
Stone
great
there,
afternoon.
Benji. Yeah, Boyle's been she's playing her best basketball as the Lady Tiger here. Came in. She came in mid-year from the transfer from Wesleyan.
She
a couple
did.
Years back.
Mm-hmm. Was it COVID year?
I've slept since then.
I think it was COVID year.
Left side, Blythe going to drive, gets around Luby, but the ball thrown away and taken in by Campbellsville. Boyle sprinting back down the floor. Lee won't shoot it. Back to Boyle on the right side. They want Luby not there. Now Hay has it knocked away as Stamper read that pass and stepped in front. All the way down as Stone runs into a pair of Lady Tigers, and Allie Stone runs over Lauren Lee. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Allie Stone. And this will bring us to a media stoppage here. 57-27, the Lady Tigers lead it. 4:50 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a short break, 30-second timeout here. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 57-27 your score. Campbellsville leading Pikeville here in the Powell Athletic Center. The Lady Tigers back in action next Saturday as they head to Montgomery, Alabama.
That's a haul. Several-hour trip.
Faulkner was never a full-time conference member there. They were an affiliate member for football, maybe some other sports. Some really good football battles for a while. Here, Campbellsville, some changes. Bertram holds it again. The Lady Tigers eliminated Faulkner from the national tournament a couple years back. Flowers in the middle, down to 8 seconds. Burt bluffs the shot, dribbles in, now throws up the jumper, no good. Kayla Luby able to pluck it out of the sky. Campbellsville still on the offensive end. Hay, the lone starter out there. Nally runs into some trouble. Flowers inside. Hay in the middle. She'll go up over Bush. That is good for Whitney Hay.
Good patience there by the Lady Tigers off that offensive rebound from Luby, just working the ball around. And I tell you, Whitney's having one of her best games here this year for Campbellsville.
Stone, little jumper, no good. Rebound long out of bounds, and it'll go to the Campbellsville Lady Tigers. Stamper back in. Frazier will check out. 59-27 the count. Over the middle to Flowers, who looks down inside. Wide open underneath there was Kayla Luby for an easy two.
Yeah, you don't get much more wide open than that down in the paint. Good court awareness there by Tyra Flowers to find Luby for an easy bucket.
Here's a contested three by Birchfield. I believe somebody was in front of her. I'm losing I don't know which Lady Tiger it was. Three by Birchfield is good, 61-30. Hay into the middle of Flowers, back, left side, Bertram, triple. That is no good. Rebound taken. Oh, it jumped up. I don't know if Flowers thought Nally was going to grab it or she just misread the bounce, maybe had a little English on it. Falls out of play. Flowers frustrated. Maddie Nally checks in, and we get a shooting sighting here. It's Sarah Sutton, 5'10" senior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky, into the lineup.
Yeah, she finally hit her a three down there in Puerto Rico after a few attempts.
And you know who hit a three in Puerto Rico? We'll see her later.
Well, we will probably.
It didn't count.
It did not count, did it?
It is the.
That's right.
It is the game that.
So she's still perfect.
Well, she was perfect anyway.
Well, I know.
It was the only one, but now it's 0 of 0.
Yeah.
She hit the one against Inter-American.
Now, I believe is that her mom right across the
Yes.
Okay.
Her mom, Jennifer, over there.
Yeah, Jennifer. So
61-30. Inside here, the entry to Stamper feeds. That's a nice cut, and Hay had to stay off the back of Birchfield. He couldn't quite handle that pass, and I believe maybe Sutton got a hand on it. They've got 3 on the shot clock for now. The official came across the court holding up one finger, but it's actually going to be 3, I think. U-Pike will have to go quickly here. 2:42 to play in the third quarter. Stone in. Stamper catches and flips one up. Sometimes,
wow.
Sometimes you just say a prayer, right? I don't know that.
She's good. She's really good.
Right wing, Sutton holds it into the middle. That ball deflected by Birchfield, and Davis able to grab it. Takeaway for U-Pike. Left side, Birchfield, another 3. That one is no good. And the rebound taken in by Stamper. Out top, Willa Davis, wide open 3 on the way. That is too strong, and Bush the rebound. So U-Pike saw Campbellsville really get after him. But she got all ball.
She did.
Foul going to go against Whitney Hay here. But in that first half, Benji, Campbellsville dominated on the glass. Here, U-Pike has made some inroads in that department in the second half.
Well, I'm sure it was a point of emphasis with Clifton, Coach Williams there at halftime. Folks, they're beating us on the boards. We got to be a little more aggressive, and you can tell they have been.
Bush throws up a shot, no good. Stamper and Flowers battle for the rebound.
Bully ball.
Stamper bullied her way to position, but Flowers knew that she had the wingspan advantage, so Stamper got down there. It was going to be a tough finish. Flowers swatted it out of bounds. Left side entry here to Stamper is get another whistle. This will go against Flowers. 3 on her. She's picked up 1 in each quarter. 61-32. Stone to inbound. Looking. Deep out to Birchfield, who has to kind of jump up and catch it. Hay gives chase, back tap. Nice job by Whitney Hay. Flowers has it, brings Campbellsville to the other end.
Nice
Dumps
pass.
one down inside. Kayla Luby goes up off the window. She gets the finish, the find to Tyra Flowers.
Yeah, just Tyra, great pickup for this Lady Tiger team. She doesn't say much, but she's pretty effective on the court, Matt.
Jumper for Stone, or fall away shot there for Allie Stone is good. 63-34. Sutton left side, won't shoot it. Into the middle, Bertram. Drives right side of the lane. Back tap by Birchfield. Flowers will check out. Hay also exits. Boyle back in for Campbellsville. I believe Nally re-entered right there as
She
well.
did. Mm-hmm.
Boyle looking as Bertram across the lane. Bertram shot, it'll go, and one for Burt. She'll go to the free throw line here as the contact delivered by Stamper. Her third, 4 on U Pike as a team. Burt to the line, the southpaw with one shot, 3-point trip. Oh, can't cash in. And Davis, the board for U Pike. Burt pressures Blythe out in mid-court. Less than a minute to play in the third quarter. Blythe, the entry, looking for Davis, who was poked away. It was actually well off the mark. Campbellsville, unfortunately, gets banged around and can't grab the handle. Bush in the middle, shot no good. Stamper nearly tied up by Sutton. Ball still being jockeyed for in there. We're going to whistle here that will go against Maddie Nally. First on Nally, 5 on the Lady Tigers. Tigers in Joliet, still trailing St. Francis here.
Kind of dug themselves a hole now, down 9.
Saints have gotten hot. Campbellsville struggled offensively today, it seems. Stamper's free throw here, no good.
She hasn't hit one yet, Stamper. 0 for 4 already from the free throw line. Very uncharacteristic of her.
Campbellsville going to grab the miss as Sutton cleans up on the latest Stamper miss at the line. On the season, Stamper about 78%.
Yeah, she's 0 for 5.
See that?
You don't see that.
I mean, that's a
Nice pass.
inside. Burt wide open. They lose Luby down inside, and Campbellsville gets another easy bucket from their post.
My goodness, what a pass by Elizabeth Bertram right there.
67-34, down to 15 seconds here in this third quarter. Stamper out, left side Bush. She'll take the 3 over Luby. No good, in and out. Rebound knocked away by Bertram. Nally and Stamper in a scrum. Back to the thumbs. It'll stay with Pikeville. Campbellsville may be just fine with that as it burns up the possession here with 7 seconds as opposed to U Pike starting the fourth quarter with the possession. Looking as Blythe. Again, 7.1 to play in the third. Frazier grabs it. Now driving. Oh, Birchfield may not have known. Oh, well, volleyball. Birchfield, no chance she knew how much time was on the clock right there, right?
You don't take that shot
She
with
drove
6
in,
seconds
I think
left.
there's at least 5, maybe 4 at worst case.
Yeah.
Threw it up and then kind of swatted it out of bounds as it came off. Laughs over at the bench. Campbellsville will inbound and watch the clock wind out. No attempt there for the Lady Tigers as we head to the fourth quarter here. 67-34 your score. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 67-34 the score. We head to the fourth quarter. Campbellsville opens with the basketball. Starting 5 out there for Campbellsville once again. Pritchett quickly inside the Wilkes, back out. Boyle left side, 3 on the way. That is too strong. Rebound taken by Wilkes. Campbellsville more second chance opportunities here thanks to Wilkes on the board. Out, Wilkes, wondering she wanted to let that right. She even grinned right there, Benji. Here's Lee. Floater with the right hand. May have been blocked. Pritchett saves it in bounds, and ball being batted around, jockeyed for. Adkins comes out of the scrum with it for U Pike. Stamper collects it. Wilkes has never wanted to shoot a 3 so bad in her life right there. She dribbled left, tried to get a little room here. Stamper shot, and Wilkes going to pick up her 4th foul here. All right, my OCD is going to kick in. I'm going to have to trade you.
All right.
I need the black one. method to this madness. I don't know what it is, but there's a method nonetheless.
Well, as long as you're consistent.
I try to track them each quarter in color. I know what's know what's going on. Stamper back to the line. This one finally she gets a free throw to go. I looked down a moment ago. I was thinking if she was poor on the season after missing 5 straight here today, maybe you scrap that one-handed approach. But 78% on the year. This looks like kind of a blip for Stamper as she misses that one as well. Hay ahead to Boyle. Wilkes on around to Lee. Pritchett. Now Boyle holds. Hay out front. Minute gone by in this fourth quarter. Lee bounces. Pritchett inside, feeding Wilkes. Out to Hay. She'll face up, drive in, working against Adkins. Hesitates, lets her fly by. Just couldn't quite finish the shot. Nice offense by the Lady Tigers. Unfortunately, they come up empty. Left side, Adkins holds. That's got to be a little something. Stamper.
She knew.
She went to throw it to Adkins.
Adkins turned her head.
Yeah, a little miscommunication leads to a turnover. Talked about Coach Williams and his recruiting of that northern Kentucky and Ohio area. Stamper and Englert. Of course, Englert has since moved on after her playing days, but he's went back to that area again and gotten some kids that play big roles for him in the future. Alexis Moore would have been one as well. She had a nice performance in the season opener. Wilkes shot here, no good. Boyle, second chance opportunity. Bang! Maddie Boyle off the rebound from Whitney Hay sinks another Edward Jones three.
Her third three-pointer here this afternoon.
Stamper working in against Wilkes. Some contact, and Stamper able to get the finish. Wilkes playing while at risk here, Benji. She's got
9 boards. Actually, she's got 10 boards, so she's got her double-double.
4 fouls on Wilkes. Entry here, Wilkes spinning, a little shimmy there, and she's fouled by Stamper. So this will be the 4th on Morgan Stamper. Who's going to blink first now? 70-37, the Lady Tigers lead it. Averaging 95.7 points of all game. U-Pike at 83 points a game on the year, Benji, so they have really been held down.
Well short.
4 Lady Tigers in double figures. At the line here is Wilkes. She now has Baker's dozen, I believe. Actually, she had a Baker's dozen.
That puts her at 14 points, 10 rebounds.
So now 15 and 10. Nice round numbers for Wilkes. As she was at, what did I say before the game? She needed 37.
She's at 37. She needs 22, so 978. All for the Lady Tigers. She's already eclipsed that 1,000 points in her collegiate career, adding that year there from Trevecca.
She brought some points with her from Trevecca. With the basketball here is Sheridan Robbins, 5'10" junior forward from Orleans, Indiana. Blythe working inside to Mejia. Working now against Pritchett, back to the basket. Out. Frazier decks it, drives in. Contested shot may have been blocked by Pritchett. Wilkes has it. That's 11 rebounds if they go missed shot on the block there. Inside, Boyle finds Hay. Spins, scoop shot. Good and one for Whitney Hay. She'll go to the free throw line. Foul will go against Robbins. 2 on U-Pike as a team as Robbins, who just checked in, picks up her first of the day. That may be it for Wilkes. 7 minutes remaining in this ball game. She
I'd say so. 15 and 10, pretty efficient.
15 and 11.
15 and 11. They did give
on
her.
That block that Pritchett blocked was a missed shot. Free throw for Hay is too strong. Rebound taken by Adkins.
Kimsville 5 Lady Tigers in double figures this afternoon.
And another throwaway. Adkins and her teammates not on the same page. Again, I think that Blythe thought Adkins was going to cut down inside, and another miscommunication. Changes for the Lady Tigers. That'll do it today for some of the others out of that starting group. In fact, that may be it. Boyle checked out as well. So Lee, Pritchett, Hay, and Boyle all exiting. Wilkes a moment ago checked out. Bree Gowdy into the lineup for Campbellsville, 5'5", sophomore guard from here in Campbellsville. Flowers dumps it down further. That is Luby underneath. She gets the hoop and the helper for Tyra Flowers. Just a matter of settling on the final numbers
here.
Benji.
Yeah, you'll see Coach Colvin will probably empty the bench here after the media timeout.
Colopy holds now, or excuse me, that is Robbins, not Colopy. Adkins backs away. Once Robbins inside, man, that's a really good pass by Adkins to get that through. Shot was no good. Blythe has it poked away by, that's a two-handed push by Blythe. Blythe had it knocked free by Gowdy, excuse me. Campbellsville got it. And called Blythe on that push. Brooklyn Frazier in, the younger sister of Bailey Frazier. 5'7" redshirt freshman guard from Wise, Virginia. Flowers, cutting, Nally, shot no good. Gowdy has a long rebound that was swatted out. Bertram. Campbellsville lead 76-37. Luby looking for Nally cutting. I believe it got deflected, stolen away. Brooklyn Frazier to the other side. Frazier head down, and she's bumped and fouled out on the floor here. That's going to go against Burt. First on Burt, 2 on Campbellsville. Willa Davis back in for U-Pike. So Brooklyn Frazier at the nail, 50% on the year. I think I told the story last year. The Fraziers, Brooklyn and Bailey, their aunt, Vanessa Nichols, played for Coach Ginger High Colvin at Campbellsville High School.
Really?
How about that?
That's a little bit of irony.
Vanessa was here last year at this game. Vanessa was a year after me in high school. Went to high school together as Luby gets the second chance bucket for Campbellsville. 78-38 the score. Small world. Small world. Davis going to try a 3. That is no good. And then the rebound taken by Bree Gowdy. That, I believe, I'm getting old, I believe. Vanessa's senior year, they lost in the region championship game as Bertram finds a cutting Flowers for 2 more, 80-38. Campbellsville doing a nice job offensively with that starting group off the floor here, still collecting points. Brooklyn Frazier chased a bit, now leaves it out deep with Willa Davis. Robbins right side, Adkins now. Closing in on 4.5 minutes to play. Frazier, ball fake, and a drive in. Contested shot over Nally. That's a tough spot to be in with the 6'2" Maddie Nally over there. Bertram needs some help as she's picked up her dribble. Inside to Luby. Cutting is Flowers. Lost her footing. Luby chased down the pass and slaps it out towards Bertram. 15 on the shot clock. Cutting inside Nally. Just a little too much, too far underneath, I should say. The rim was right there. Unable to finish the shot. Stone, 3, right wing, no good. Rebound, Luby. She's putting up some boards here in the last couple of trips. Luby leading the Lady Tigers in points, 17, 7 rebounds. She continues to she's just a stellar pickup for Ginger High Colvin.
Well, she really is. And
cutting, Bertram too strong. Bree Gowdy there. She can't clean it up. Another miss. I complimented this group a moment ago, and now they've been bitten a bit by some misses. Stamper and Blythe going to check in for Coach Williams. Nally, Bertram, Luby check out. Sutton back in. Bree Gowdy and Flowers remain on the floor. The first time today we've seen Paige Serafini, 5'11" sophomore guard from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Also the first look at Rachel Presley today, 6'2" redshirt freshman forward from Somerset. This shot no good. So that goes out of bounds. Campbellsville will have it back now, 80-38. They got U-Pike doubled up and a small remainder here. U Pike not even the half of their season average in scoring.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising, man. I expected this game to be a lot closer than what
Presley leaves it to a cutting flower. Excuse me, Benji, and this pass too far for Sutton. 4 seconds. Sutton needs help. Serafini lets it ride. 3 on the way. Bang! You betcha, Paige Serafini. Cool as a cucumber.
Let's go.
A sharpshooter, and that'll get some of the pal on that far side up. I'm going to go here. I'm going to get in trouble here, but Paige Serafini, better buzzer beater shooter in the shot clock than Elizabeth Bertram.
I think so.
I'm going to get in trouble for that
that's
one.
all right, but I'll back you up on that.
Flowers needs
Now we'll
some
say
help.
Bertram's a better defender. How's that? We'll give her some praise.
Sutton left side to Gowdy. We give Bert here as Breeze shot is blocked.
Well, Paige she's just that high arching shot is impressive.
We give Bert some grief over her effort at Georgetown.
And that'll be a moniker that will stay with her.
They reset the shot clock. She thought it was still 1. Catching just threw up and off balance. That's when we're here. Sutton open.
She can
3 on the way.
Too.
That is no good. That's one of those where you try to protect your team. I don't think Elizabeth knew the shot clock reset there, and you don't want to get after them too much. But we've had some laughs over that. 83-38, just over 2 minutes to play. Campbellsville leads. Frazier rips through, tries to get down the end line. Ball picked off by Paige Evans, the 5'3" sophomore guard from Hodgenville. And now Campbellsville gives it back. Stamper leaves it out. Brooklyn Frazier, 3 on the way. That is good. Kaylin Mills also into the game, 5'5" sophomore guard from Flat Lick, Kentucky. Tigers trying to come back in Joliet. They trail by 5 offensively. They have struggled today. Here, Presley out, open Sutton 3. That is strong. Rebound taken away from Evans by Willa Davis. Stamper, far side. Down under 80 seconds. Blythe works left side of the lane, out to Davis, who catches. Adkins waits for the screen. Now she'll come into the middle. And she's bumped and fouled. They're going to count the basket, or they get it on the floor.
On the floor.
It'll go against Paige Evans. .107 to go. Adkins has it. Adkins looking for Blythe. Runs into Sutton and throws it away. Presley there to grab it. Down under a minute here. Gowdy on the dribble.
Nice
inside, looking for Presley. A little contact underneath, running by. I think Blythe got Presley there. 3 on India Blythe. 4 on U Pike as a team. Presley, 2 shots here. That one is good. I think Rachel was 5 of 6 on the year. Tigers got a miss, forced a miss there. Trail by 4. Presley's second is good. And it's a 2-point game in Joliet. That is a little more interesting than this one at the moment in terms of results here. Blythe to Stamper. Less than 40 seconds to go. U Pike going to fall to the Tigers here today. And this is a 3 from Blythe. That's good. She's had a nice day from deep as India Blythe. U Pike back in action. Their next. Campbell's was going to let this dribble out here, I believe, or wind out. Clock will wind out. U Pike back in action on the road in Tennessee at Bryan College on Tuesday, so no rest for them. They'll hit the road again, and then to Columbia, South Carolina next week to take on Columbia International before finally getting back home on the 10th against Union College. Lady Tiger head coach Ginger High Colvin and U Pike head coach Clifton Williams exchange pleasantries. The Campbellsville Lady Tigers will go to U Pike next year as the final score of this one, 85-44. Lady Tigers knock off the Bears. They are now 12-1 on the year. U Pike falls to 11-4 on the season. Campbellsville again at it next week as they will take to the road and battle Faulkner down in Montgomery, Alabama. And again, a close one in Joliet. The Tigers trying to play a little come from behind, as we'll welcome in the head coach. Keep it here for post-game thoughts with Ginger High Colvin here in just a moment. And Coach, I know, I don't know if you sat on Santa's lap or anything like that, but you asked for an extra home game at some point. Is that what?
I know,
after
right?
losing one, too. Now, wait, hang on a minute. Now, what is that? Huh? What's he? Look at the Tigers in a two. They're trailing by 2. I'm trying to.
I know.
Still in my,
when he turned it around, I got upset.
yeah, look, Coach is mad too. You made everybody mad. To do it all, but no. Let's. You go down to Puerto Rico. You actually lose a contest in terms of getting it wiped off your schedule, and this is kind of a pleasant little surprise, perhaps, as you get this game at home instead of going to Pikeville and to get a win. That's all the more beautiful.
We traveled a lot. We went to Miami and then left Miami, went to Puerto Rico. When we came back the day after Christmas, went up and scrimmaged UK. So when Clifton called and said they were having some issues with their gym, when Pikeville left the league, we agreed to play each other every year. He does such an outstanding job with his team, and it's always going to be great for us to play. Pikeville's a class act and do everything the right way. So, it was a no-brainer to be able to switch it with him if we were able to. And to say that it was not a good thing, I was not looking forward to hopping back in a car and traveling. Kobe's been in Lexington for 3 games this week, so I've done a lot of traveling, so I was happy to be at home.
To be able to exhale is a nice thing, and certainly a nice time for that to hit your schedule and to be able to keep the home game. And I don't know if it messes with the team, but that's got to be tough on a Pikeville bunch, and they come in
for sure
thinking they're going to be at home. Now all of a sudden you're on the road. It just throws things up, and you guys jumped out early, and you never really gave them a chance to get into this thing. It was 22-8 after the first quarter, and I just thought out of the gate a terrific start for you guys, and you kind of kept that momentum going.
I thought we did a good job, and then they missed some shots early too. They're a very good shooting basketball team. We've watched them play a lot. They've played well all year, and they shoot the ball extremely well. So they missed some shots I feel like they're normally going to hit, and maybe it deflated them just a little bit, and we were able to hit some shots and go on a little bit of a run. And basketball is a game of runs, obviously. It's just a momentum thing, and I thought we got momentum early.
Kaylin Wilkes with another double-double, Coach. She's in a tremendous stretch for you guys right now. She's, I think, going to be 22 points or so away from the 1,000-point club after today. 15 points, 11 rebounds. The double-double has kind of became routine for her of late. And to see her go and battle and do such a great job on the glass, I know that's another dimension for you all.
Well, Kate's just, obviously, there's a reason why she was the Conference Player of the Year, and she's done a great job for us. She's just so good inside. And, again, we've got Kayla Luby that comes in and compliments her so well. You're not asking her to play 40 minutes and bang for 40 minutes. It's just an outstanding 1-2 punch, and we're really proud of the way they're playing.
Whitney Hay and Lauren Lee today, Coach, I thought they really kind of orchestrated things offensively. And really, in terms of assists, we could kind of beat a dead horse at this point because they're all so unselfish and they're all, going to share the basketball. But what they're able to do, and then Lauren Lee, the body control inside, a couple of and one trips, it's fun to watch.
It is, and when they come down and the kids are so unselfish and they do such an outstanding job moving the ball and passing the ball, sometimes I think Courtney Pritchett is just a little too unselfish, but that's okay. We're putting points on the board, and she's got to be able to come out and look to get her shot a little bit more, but you can't complain. I don't know there's very many coaches that complain about their kids not shooting the ball or sharing the ball too much.
Kayla Luby's parents get a home game at the PAL instead of having to travel.
Right,
they'll never get to experience Pikeville now, perhaps.
That's right.
I don't know.
And it's beautiful country. So
the hard part is getting there.
Right.
Once you're there, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So,
but they get the home game, and she played terrific also. 17 points, 7 rebounds. Again, she just continues to, what a find for you all and what she's been able to do.
Yeah, we're so blessed to have Kayla and her work work ethic and just what she brings to the table, we're really blessed with her.
You get a couple days off and major changes for the Lady Tigers now. Luby's going to ditch the mask, and hopefully you get Bailey Pettigo back. So who knows what the future holds for you guys at this stage. But hopefully you get Bailey back. You'll go on the road in tough non-conference game at Faulkner. I know Coach Sutton does a great job there for them. It's a team you've played in the national tournament. Mm-hmm. This one's certainly one that will prepare you moving forward.
It will. And, you look at the schedule and you're playing the Pikevilles and the Faulkners and teams that are experienced, and I know that's good for us going into conference. And I told Bailey walking up at halftime, you've got 20 more minutes because Derek wanted to make sure that Bailey had just that extra week because we're not playing Faulkner till Saturday, and hands down Derek Port's as good as it gets, so I trust what he wants and what he does to get these kids back on the court, and Bailey's itching to get in and we're itching to get her in. There's no doubt about that.
Safe to say she wasn't happy about it, though.
No, she was not.
I think she probably wanted to go in Puerto Rico. He just hit that for the win.
Yes, he did.
Was that a three?
Yes, it was.
Get hot, DH. Darius Hardy just put the Tigers. Sorry, Coach. Campbellsville, okay. I know you're tickled with that as well. Darius Hardy just hit a three with half a second remaining in Joliet to put the Tigers up by a point. Holy smokes.
This may have been the worst interview we've had.
It's the worst or the best. Brent was texting me. He was thrilled that you guys were going to get this home game this week. So I told him, I said, well, I'll try to follow you today. So how about that? That's cool
awesome.
Stuff.
Way to go, Tigers.
I don't think there's nothing else we can add to that, Coach.
Yep.
So we'll just wrap it up right there.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Way to go, Tigers. Thank you, guys.
Coach Ginger High Colvin and Campbellsville get the win today over Pikeville, and the Tigers a half a second away from getting a win over St. Francis in Joliet, Illinois. Darius Harding, I believe, on the right wing over there, hits a 3-point field goal. There's about 6 or 7 people huddled up around the iPad watching that take place. Benji Kelly was behind me. That's pretty cool stuff there as Darius going to try to give the Tigers a win. Quickly, some of the numbers here, Benji. 45.5% for Campbellsville shooting today, 35 of 77, 6 of 18 from deep. That's 33%, 69% from the free throw line, 9 of 13 for U-Pike today. It was just a struggle for them offensively, Benji. They struggled point total-wise, about 40 points beneath their season average. They were 29% shooting, which is
unheard of for
15% below their season average. Everything was difficult today for them. 8 of 26 from deep, that's 30.8%, and just 20% at the free throw line, 2 of 10. So they struggled there as well. And you wonder about that trip. I assume they came in last night. I can't swear to that. I didn't ask before the game.
It's a long trip.
I surely wouldn't want to do it morning of, day of. But they just struggled. Campbellsville puts 5 Lady Tigers in double figures, led by Kayla Luby with 17 off the bench. They got 16 from Maddie Boyle, as we'll look probably at this Hail Mary. Let's hope that does not go in from half court. Oh, man, that was a really good look for St. Francis. And good Campbellsville kind of steals one down in Joliet. They trailed for a big portion of the game. We'll both probably be texting Brent
right now.
Right now to congratulate him. But big performance from them. Again, 5 Lady Tigers in double figures. I mentioned Luby, mentioned Maddie Boyle with 16. Wilkes had 15 and 11 rebounds, so a double-double for her. A dozen for Lauren Lee to go with 4 assists, and Whitney Hay, 10 points, 7 assists for Campbellsville also. As for the Pikeville Bears, led by India Blythe with 12. Morgan Stamper had 11 to go with 6 rebounds for them. Campbellsville 49-26 on the glass. Benji, they continue to be really, really good rebounding. Again, we talked about that Indiana Wesleyan game. That was a point of emphasis there. But, man, it's been pedal to the metal in that area since.
Well, it has. And it's interesting, Matt. Every game, I'm always texting Coach and say, all right, what are the keys for the day? Every time since that Indiana Wesleyan, first word, rebound. You got to rebound, and you know what? It's almost a lost art, the game of rebounding, but it's so effective. It can stop teams from getting on a run, but it also can extend things if you give up those 18. Give up those offensive rebounds. Looking here at our stat sheet, we had 49 rebounds, 18 of them offensive. So that gives your team extra opportunities to extend. So just a great effort here for this Lady Tiger team this afternoon. afternoon.
Campbellsville finishing with 27 assists, 9 steals, and 7 turnovers. For you, Pike, 13 assists, 4 steals, and 15 turnovers. Campbellsville dominates in the paint, 50-12.
Yeah.
Off turnovers, 27-4. Second chance, 14-6, and then bench points, 29-9. So just a terrific performance all in all by the Campbellsville University Lady Tigers. They led the entire way. Largest lead was 45. They win it 85-44. We do want to say a special thank you to all of those who on late notice. Benji pitched in, Phil Lawhorn, Katie Wilkerson, Dale Estes, all those down the table here that have helped to work. The sports information crew kind of dropped everything and made sure that they were here to get this in today. Buford Sanders from a game management standpoint, just a real group effort to make sure that the Lady Tigers got to play this game here at home today. Jeannie Clark, Larry Birdsong taking care of our broadcast, Nick Vandermeer producing on FM. And then, some of my guys were out of town. Zach Wilson still was FaceTiming in. He set some stuff up before he left and things like that. So they go above and beyond to make this happen.
Well, they do. And once again, I think that's just a credit to what we have here at Campbellsville. No is usually not an answer. Everybody was able to chip in and do what they needed to do. And at the end of the day, we got this game in, and next year we'll be able to go down there to Pikeville and hopefully get another victory down there. So
Absolutely.
Happy New Year, my friend.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
I know we'll probably both be hunkered down watching football.
We will.
Our Raiders have new life. We're trying to get into the playoffs all of a sudden.
Y'all still got a chance to win the division.
Well, that would be awfully nice. I would take a Chiefs collapse and a Raiders West Division win. So, but anyway, we'll see what shakes out there. We want to say a special thank you to Campbellsville University President Dr. Joseph Hopkins, Vice President for Athletics Rusty Hollingsworth, and Director of Athletics Jim Hardy for helping their support of our broadcast here. Again, we mentioned the Sports Info crew and all of those who have chipped in. Benji Kelly on color commentary, and to all of you who have followed our coverage here today, we say thank you as well. The Lady Tigers back in action on the 6th of January down in Montgomery, Alabama against Faulkner. That's a 1 p.m. start according to what I have. I don't know that we'll send anybody down there. We may have to follow the Faulkner coverage for that. The Tigers are at home that day. They're back in action tomorrow after a come-from-behind win over St. Francis here today. Congratulations to Coach Vernon and company. From the Powell Athletic Center, Matt Payton signing off. The Lady Tigers victorious 85-44 here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.